Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Daniel here from Golden Finds, and today's video is going to be extra special. So I am going to finally be decorating my vintage hutch using all of my neutral pieces, and the majority of them are Rae Dunn. So I am very excited. This is the very first time that I actually do this for my hutch. I do occasionally change it through the season depending if it's a holiday, but I have never done like an actual neutral look to it. So I'm actually like really excited and happy because one, it's going to be all neutral pieces, so a lot of white Rae Dunn, black pieces as well, and a lot of other cool and interesting pieces that I have found while thrifting. As many of you know, I find the majority of my Rae Dunn all thrifted, so I have so many things to work with, you guys, for this hutch. I haven't really made up my mind. I kind of wanted to leave the very top level empty with nothing. Right now there's some things that you guys see in the background, but I'm going to be moving those off and starting with a clean canvas. But I'm gonna have to be very like strategic in where I place my items. Again, this is hopefully a source of inspiration for you guys in your decor needs. When decorating, the most important part is just having fun. That really is what it's all about. You can always maneuver pieces, move them here, move them to the left, to the right, wherever you may see fit, and you can always change it. So that's not the most important part because nothing's permanent. So the most important part for me is to have fun. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you love thrifting, Rae Dunn, vintage items, home decorating, Christmas, Halloween, and so much more, this is the channel for you. I do welcome you guys to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you guys have hit the notification bell so you're notified when my videos are posted weekly. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much as always for coming back, you guys, and supporting me here on my channel. So again, you guys, I'm so excited. I have so many things. Before we actually get started with the decorate with me session, this one will be a little bit different. I usually do a time lapse, which I will be doing as well, but I'm going to be pausing a lot more often in this video to share with you guys the items that I'm placing into the hutch. So I'm going to actually share with you guys everything. I have everything laid out in my dining room table, and there's a little bit of things that are on and off, you guys. You might see some items like cleaning products or bottles or stuff like that. This is just real life. Not everything is ultimately going to make it into the hutch, but I do recommend one tip when decorating is to have everything laid out. All of the possible items that you want to decorate with, have them out so they are easily and visibly able to be seen by you, and you're able to figure out what items will work and what you can grab next when decorating, especially your hutch. So another tip that I will go ahead and share with you guys, which I have shared before, is I always call it the main attraction. So what do I mean by that? Gather your first bulky main attraction pieces. So what are your biggest pieces that you really want to display out at the very front of your area space, wherever you're decorating? And then you can always work around those items, putting other items that are smaller or less larger or bulkier than your main attraction pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and share the items first, and we'll get started with this decorate with me session. So you guys, this is the madness. As you guys can see, this is my complete setup collection. Some of the items still have tags from Goodwill, which I will have to remove before they go onto the hutch, but this is the majority of the items. I know it is a lot, and I'm pretty sure not everything will make it to the hutch at the end. I have my greenery set to one side, and then I have all of my Rae Dunn pieces. Again, some of them are not Rae Dunn. Some of them are items that I have received for free from the Buy Nothing group. There's a little bit of vintage, there's a lot of farmhouse, and I cannot wait to get started with this entire setup. But this is the majority of the items that I will be using to work with for my hutch. So starting off with my main attraction pieces, this is one of them, you guys. This is a vintage universal household scale that I found at an estate sale, and it's from originally Landers, Frary, and Clark. Please, I do apologize, Bella is in the background, so you might occasionally hear her bark a little bit. But this is going to be one of my main attraction pieces, and I cannot wait to see how I display it. I'm not too sure yet if I will have anything on top, just because I don't have a lot of height to work with on my hutch, but this definitely is going to be a display piece. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I just love the antique feel of it, and the rusted look gives it a perfect touch to farmhouse. I just love it. It's perfect. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna start doing putting my main attraction pieces first in a time-lapse video, and I will share with you guys how it looks like after I'm done with this first step. So this is one of my absolute prized possessions. This is the Rae Dunn canister with the chalk surface that you can write on it. I absolutely love this piece so much. It is a very hard to find piece, and it resells for so much, and I found it at Goodwill, and it was again only $4.99. I still have the original price tag from Goodwill here, but I just absolutely love this piece, and I love that it has the chalk surface because it will give in some of that black color with the neutral whites and the creams that I will be incorporating with the hutch. So this is an extra special piece for me, and it means so much that I have it in my collection. Now, the best thing about decorating is that not everything has to be from the same line. As long as they're in the same color palette, then you guys should definitely be okay. For example, this canister is originally from Hobby Lobby, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a little chipped and it has some crazing, but that is what's giving it an extra special flavor, is what I'm going to say. It's giving it that special flair. It makes it unique, and it's absolutely a gorgeous piece. It still has a lot of life left, and again, this is from Hobby Lobby, and it's not a Rae Dunn item, but it's within the same neutral colors and tones that I am using for my neutral hutch. So as long as you guys keep in mind that, you guys will be totally fine. It doesn't have to be like every single piece in your collection has to be from the same specific line that you are buying for or displaying for. Just like, for example, we have this big large liter measuring cup that I found as well in Goodwill. This was originally a mud pie piece, or actually no, I'm sorry, this is a creative co-op piece. Very beautiful. The details in the writing and font of the numbers of the meters, the liters written on the measuring cup, it's absolutely gorgeous, and I just love how it just combines so well with everything else that is being displayed on the hutch. So always keep that in mind, you guys. You don't have to have the same pieces from the collection. Just as long as they're the same color palette and the color family, you guys will be absolutely fine, and it's coming along so well. I do have a lot more pieces than I imagined, so I'm gonna try and see what will work best and continue on and playing around with these bigger pieces, and then I'll go in with the small details, like the smaller pieces. I am going to be adding some faux eggs as well that I found at Goodwill. So a lot of the items that are being featured again on my hutch, you guys, are thrifted, which I absolutely love it. This was thrifted as well, and I just love when I'm able to incorporate my thrift finds into my home decor. Another tip that I want to give you guys is to use what you have in any form. So what do I mean by that? So there are things that may be for certain holidays or that are a certain color that you can simply use just by turning them over. So I have here a Rae Dunn partridge Christmas birdhouse. I have a total of 3 birdhouses that I will be displaying within this hutch. Each level will have a different birdhouse, and I actually found this. I'm not too sure if I shared this with you guys in a previous video. This was originally $5.99. It was a Christmas birdhouse, and I found it in the clearance section. As many of you know, Rae Dunn always ends up in the clearance section, and this was marked down to $4 because it didn't have a price tag. And I informed the worker this is a Christmas item, and they discounted it to $4. So I will be using this. I won't be using the partridge front. I am going to be turning it over. I will remove the tag, but look at how beautiful the bird is, and it's perfect to go with my theme. It is a nice dark green, absolutely gorgeous, and it will fit well. So always keep that in mind as well. If you have pieces that will work with the theme that you're working on or the color that you want to use on your hutch, simply see if turning them around in a different way, you can use some of the items that you already have at home, so you don't have to spend too much money. Another cool piece that I'm very excited to display in my neutral decor section on my hutch is going to be this vintage Rae Dunn pot set. Now, I absolutely love this. I found this at Goodwill, and I am so happy I was able to find this just in time. It's full of crazing, which again, I feel gives it that extra special charm. And I'm going to share with you guys an easy way to fill these in. So of course, you can use any type of faux flowers, faux plants, whatever works best for you, and you don't have to spend a lot of money. I went to IKEA, as you guys saw in my shop with me video, and bought some of the potted greenery that you can find there for like roughly $7 or $6, and they have a wide variety of different types that you can fill these in, and they're simple and they fill the whole pot up till the top, so it looks very like a very full plant. So let me go ahead and grab those really quick, and you guys will see how easy these look with the plants. So these are the ones that I picked up. I got a total of 3 because I wanted them to match across the same, and just as simple as that, you guys. Just place them into your Rae Dunn pots, and now you have a touch of greenery to add to whatever space you're decorating. Now, I am going to save the greenery for last. That is something that I always do. I like to, again, place everything where I think will look best, add the final touches and the greenery as well close to the end. That way, if I need to move anything, I don't have to be jambling through trying to maneuver things and getting things out of the way and taking them out again and just making more of a cluttered mess. That way, once everything is set in place and I like how it looks, it'll just be so much easier to go in there and add the final touches. So let's go ahead and continue. I hope that you guys are enjoying this and that it brings you guys, again, a source of inspiration of one, you guys can definitely thrift for home decor. There's so much decor in the thrift stores and you can find so many different styles and you don't have to spend a lot of money. And again, I hope that this also brings you a source of inspiration on how you can decorate your hutch for any season of the year. A few other pieces that I will be displaying in the hutch is going to be some of my icon piece collections, which yes, I have also thrifted. This one is actually very special to me. This is the mix with the hand mixer, and this is actually a find from Hawaii when we went to our vacation, and I couldn't believe that I actually found this out there, but it did not have a lid. So another recommendation that I have for you guys is if you come across canisters, specifically Rae Dunn, and you have a canister that you're not using at the moment and the original one did not have a lid, just simply grab the lid from the canister that you're not using and problem solved. Your canister will now have a lid. Another recommendation that you can do is you can also use canisters that have no lids with greenery. You can put greenery as well in here. These would make such perfect vessels for displaying any greenery pieces, flowers, etc. Or you can also use them for putting any wooden tools or utensils to spruce up the area. If you want something simple, if you only have a few things that you have in the kitchen as far as like mixing spoons, wooden spoons, etc., then this could be something simple that could work for you if you don't have too many, because it won't fit too much into the hole. As you guys can see, it's not that wide of an opening, but those are just a few examples of what you can use for a Rae Dunn canister if you don't have the lid, or again, simply just replace it with one of your other Rae Dunn lids that will fit into the canister. Okay, so the majority of my main attraction pieces have already been placed on the first shelf and second shelf. So I'm gonna shift you guys down to get to the last shelf, and then we will go ahead and place all the small details that are left to be placed on the shelves. And I still am debating about whether or not to put anything up here. I feel like if it looks simple, it's like simple and clean like this, then I think it will look nice. But I do still have a lot of items that I can play with, and I also still have a lot of Rae Dunn mugs that will also make it to the final look. So another thing also is I don't have a lot of Rae Dunn black pieces, so I'm trying to sparse them out into different areas of the shelving, just so they're not all bunched into one area and it's only one focal point of that area. So I'm trying to spread them out as best as I can, and hopefully it will all work out. But let's go ahead and continue on with the decorating. Another thing as well, you guys, is books. I have a stack of vintage books that I found at several estate sales, and that is something else that is a really cool piece as well to give it some height and texture. Here I have a few different colored neutral tones that I'm going to be displaying in the Hutch, so this is definitely something else that I recommend that you keep an eye out when either thrifting or going to the estate sale. Keep an eye out for books that will be good to use. Again, this gives it height if you want to stack something on top. It also gives it texture, and it brings in more colors, and I think these are going to look absolutely fabulous in the Hutch as well. Okay, you guys, so the majority of my Hutch is almost complete, but we are not done yet. I still don't know if I'm going to be putting anything at the top shelf. I think I'm going to leave that for the very last, so you guys will have to wait and see if I decide to either put anything up there or not. But the best and funnest part now is going to be adding all the final touches. That's going to be my greenery pieces, my mugs, and little accent pieces. I have some more fake eggs and just other bunch of fun stuff that needs to be added to really give it that big pop of glam. So I cannot wait until I share with you guys the final reveal. So let's go ahead and add the final touches so we can see how it all looks at the end. As far as decor comes, you guys can use, again, whatever you may have at home. I'm going to go ahead and use a lot, again, of my thrifted finds. This was what, for Easter, is what I used to decorate with. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of element of more natural feel by using something animalistic. So maybe having like some animals or something like that, or a print. And of course, this magnifying glass that I picked up as well from an estate sale. Absolutely love this. It's so gorgeous. And a few Rae Dunn pieces. I have, again, thrifted Rae Dunn farm line pieces. These are absolutely gorgeous. These are also part of my fabulous collection that I have thrifted from Goodwill. And these are absolutely gorgeous. And this little salt and pepper mini cellar that I have to clean up still. But again, use what you guys have. If not, hit up the thrift store. I cannot stress it enough. I really hope that it does inspire you guys by seeing this Hutch and how I'm decorating with so many thrifted pieces, that you go out and find something that will work for your home at your local thrift store. Okay, you guys, so this has all the greenery that I have for my project, but of course not everything will be making it to the hutch just because I don't want it too overfilled with greenery. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding these final touches, and then we will do the final reveal. Okay, you guys, so I decided I will go ahead and also decorate a little bit of the very top of the shelf. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera, but make sure to come back for the final reveal of everything and how the hutch came out with all of this lovely thrifted and awesome decor that I found at various thrift stores. So I'll go ahead and finish up the final touches and I will share the final reveal. That is the end of today's video, you guys. I am going to go ahead and close off the video with the final reveal of my hutch. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of how I decorated my neutral hutch for the season. So this will most likely stay up until all the way until the end of June, where I might transition into some small touches of 4th of July. I'm not going to decorate too much for 4th of July, but I will have definitely some pieces throughout the hutch. I may even keep it as simple as this and just add the red, white, and blue in certain areas and just remove some of the things like the mugs and stuff like that and still keep it with the neutral look. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and again, it brought you a source of inspiration to decorate your home using thrifted finds of all kinds. I cannot stress enough how amazing and fun it is to just go to the thrift store, find some cool items for your home and decorate it, and saving yourself lots and lots of money, because there's a lot of things in here that were either from originally Target, IKEA, Rae Dunn. The majority of this hutch is completely thrifted, and I absolutely love that fact. So here is the final reveal. I hope that you guys again enjoyed this. Until the next one, this is Daniel from Golden Finds. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to my channel, and I hope that I will see you guys back. Until the next time, bye everyone.